Hi everybody and welcome to Belinda's DIYs. Today I'm going to show you some amazing organizational ideas using simple Dollar Tree items that will shock you. So I won't keep you waiting, let's get started. You know these wooden boxes that Dollar Tree has? Well, these fit perfectly in your kitchen drawers and I'm going to show you how you can use these to organize your Ziploc bags. So just by using some Dollar Tree foam board and also some contact paper, we're going to transform these wooden boxes into little storage boxes. Okay, starting off with this first box, I'm going to create a lid using some foam board. So now that I've put my foam board over my box, now what I'm going to do is just outline the edge of the box over the foam board. And then once I do that, I'm going to use my box cutter to cut my piece out. And now I'm going to place it over my box and there you go, I have a lid for it. Now the next thing that I want to do is cover the front side of my lid, so I'll be using some contact paper for that. So as you see me do there, I'll be placing my piece of board over my contact paper and then cut out the piece that I need for it. I will be needing an opening in the center of my lid, so I've cut out a piece that's 1.5 inches high by 3 inches long. Now I will be placing that in the center of my lid, and that way I can trace out that piece so I can cut out the opening. And now I have an opening for my lid. And now I'm going to go ahead and place my contact paper over the top side of my lid. Now using my X-Acto knife, I'll be making the opening down the center, cutting the contact paper. So I'm just going to show you instead of explaining what I'm doing here. Okay, so now that I've cut these openings, now it's really easy for me to fold them down and around the opening, and that way it'll look nice and neat. Now for each corner, this is how I'm gonna cut them. By cutting them this way, you will have nice, neat corners when you fold the contact paper. Okay, so now that I've cut out all the corners, now I'm ready to go ahead and fold my contact paper over. And this is how it turned out. I know it's hard to see it because the light is pretty bright, but the contact paper is on there. And so now I'm gonna place it over my box this way. Before I do that, I'm gonna go ahead and use some of this gel super glue to glue it down. Now the reason that I use super glue is because I don't want my lid to be coming off, so it needs to be permanently sealed and shut. And so now I'm just going to place my lid over my box. I've added some painter's tape just to make sure that the lid does not move while the glue hardens. Now I have 3 more boxes, so I'm going to repeat the same steps to these. Okay, so now I'm gonna go ahead and add my labels, and I made these with my Cricut, and I use the black vinyl paper from Dollar Tree. Okay, so now it's time to fill my storage box with my Ziploc bags. And now my storage boxes are ready for my snack, sandwich, and quart bags. Now to create my storage box for my gallon Ziploc storage bags, I'm gonna have to create one long box, and I'm gonna have to attach them side by side. But before I do that, I'm gonna have to remove these side panels on one side for each one. So I'm gonna simply just tap that side panel off using my hammer. And it'll just come right off as you see me do right there. And I'll do the same thing to the other box. The next thing that I'm going to do is just sand off the edges just so they could be nice and smooth. I'll be using some wood glue to join those two sides together. I'll also be using some painter's tape, that way I can make sure that my boxes hold together until the glue dries. I just want to take this moment to say that thank you so much for stopping by my channel, and I would hope that you would subscribe if you haven't done so yet. And also please go check out my Instagram and my TikTok. It's under Belinda's DIYs. And now that I have my box all taped up, now I'm going to give it a few hours for the glue to dry. Okay, so I created a lid just like I did with the previous boxes, and now I'm gonna add the gallon label to it. Now for the center opening, it measures 2.5 inches high by 8 inches long. And here is one of my kitchen drawers that I decided to put them in, and these really turned out really nice. I love them. Now Amazon does carry some bamboo boxes that are very similar to these, and they run about $30 on up. Now what I like about these is that they're movable, and perhaps if I want to put one box in one drawer and the others in another, it really is up to me where I want to place them. And they look so organized and put together. Dollar Tree curtain rings. Oh my goodness, do I have a surprising DIY with these. If you have a vinyl cutter of any sort, then I'm sure you have tons of vinyl laying around, then this video is for you, my friend. I'll be creating a vinyl storage using these rings. I'm gonna start by hot gluing 2 of those rings together as you see me do there. And I'm gonna continue those same steps until I've created 12 sets. Now that will give me 12 slots for my vinyl. Now I'm gonna reinforce those together by using some zip ties. And now my set is nice and strong and it's not going anywhere. Now I'm gonna continue doing the rest of the sets. Now I will be needing a holder for my rings, so that's where this Dollar Tree plunger comes in. I'll be using the wooden handle. Now you can use any wooden dowel. I just happened to have this plunger on hand that was not used, so I decided to use this for my ring holder. So I'm going to be also painting it with this Waverly chalk paint in the color white. Okay, my handle is now dry, so now it's time for me to start adding my rings to it. Now I'm gonna slip one on one side and one on the other, but as you can see, it moves around. So I need to have them stay still and not move, because when I put my vinyl, if it doesn't hold steady, then the vinyl will slip out. So what I'm gonna do is add a zip tie to my handle, as you see me do right there. And I'm not gonna tie it completely, I'm gonna leave it loose for now. And then I'm gonna take another zip tie and pass it through the first zip tie, and then pass it under the ring, and then tie those together. Once I've tightened the second zip tie, now I can go back to the first one and finish off tying it. And now I can cut off the remainder of the zip tie and repeat the same process to the other side. And there you go, the rings are not moving anywhere. Okay, so now I'm gonna go ahead and attach all the rings. To attach all the sets, I'll be using only one zip tie. I guess you could say that I'll be creating a chain on one side and then a chain on the other side, just using my ring sets. And so here it is once I've added all my rings, and now I'm just gonna cut off the extra piece of the zip ties, and then I'm ready to move on to the next step. So I'm going to be using this mop and broom holder from Dollar Tree, and I like this because it has a sticky tab on the back, and that stick-on really works well because I've used this even outside in my grill, and it really holds up really well. So what I'm going to do is cut it in half. That way both holders can be utilized to hold up my wooden handle. You guys, this turned out so much better than what I expected. I had this idea in my head and I decided to go ahead and go with it, and I absolutely love how it turned out. Let me know what you think about these DIYs. Well, that's it for this video. I hope that you enjoyed it. If you did, please give me a big thumbs up and also share. I'd really appreciate it. Until my next video, bye-bye and God bless.